No, I wish that there was a better name for this Roblox situation aside from just the Roblox situation. Because I think that title sort of undersells how massive this entire thing really is. But for the sake of simplicity, and also because I think it's pretty funny, that's right, guys. The Roblox situation is, in fact, crazy. Before we get into this video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my channel members. Nick Stevius, Bubba, Dynamari, Lambda092, All Seeing Nap, Ezo, and Bun. And another big shout out to the 2 people who have bought the Mega VIP donation shirt, Spooky Spring and 20QR. Sorry that I keep forgetting to do membership shoutouts. Hopefully this is the beginning of the end of me forgetting them. So thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot, especially since there's not a lot of member benefits right now yet. Still trying to get those figured out. Sorry it's taking so long. Anyway, enjoy the video. So I'm sure at this point you all don't really need a huge, long-winded refresher on the entire situation, right? But a very brief overview is Schlepp catches predators on Roblox, and Roblox made a new rule regarding vigilante groups, and all of the things they say about vigilante groups don't apply to Schlepp in any way whatsoever. And despite the fact that these brand new vigilante rules do not apply to Schlepp in any meaningful way, they send him a cease and desist and ban all of his accounts off of the platform, instead of deciding to work with him like the police do. Roblox then decides to double down, triple down, quadruple down on how good their moderation is and how they love to work with police. This is in spite of the fact that there is literally no evidence that they really work with the police at all in any meaningful way to stop predatory behavior on the platform, and in fact, it's actually quite the opposite. With thousands of accounts that are owned by predators still available to see on the platform, and multiple people like Rubinsim and the Mod for Dummies team proving that Roblox reports simply don't work like they should, Roblox continues to claim that they handle reports seriously and that their moderation is excellent, and they even made the bold claim that their moderation teams can take as little as seconds or minutes to act on bad actors. A statement that has both been criticized and somewhat backed up by the fact that Roblox does do very swift moderation on things like chat messages that violate TOS or voice chat violations that break TOS. They don't seem to actually take reports of users' accounts or the content of their games very seriously at all. And in fact, it seems like Roblox is actually eager to keep these bad actors on their platform. With people like Teddy and Alex Neutron given chance after chance after chance, and people's reports and valid concerns about these developers and their games being routinely ignored, and as of recent, actually played down as if they're really not a big issue at all, it's starting to make a lot of people, more people than there ever have been before, question just what the hell is going on at Roblox. Especially when Roblox is taking more moderation action and being harsher with people like Schlepp, who are stopping predatory behavior on the platform, than to the predators themselves. Why does Schlepp get a cease and desist and what's essentially a permanent IP ban from the site for taking action against predators and doing everything that he's done by the books, while predators who are actually arrested for possessing CP or for child abuse are allowed to stay on the platform and essentially make infinite alts without any proper enforcement? Why does Roblox pursue actual proper legal action against people who aren't doing really anything wrong, instead of the people who are ostensibly worse for the platform in every conceivable way? And why are games made by developers like Teddy given second chances over and over and over again constantly? And despite the fact that Teddy was terminated, re-uploads of his games are still allowed on the platform. And while sure, they're making these games limited to 17 plus users, 17-year-olds are still minors, and even then, I don't think anybody wants sex games on Roblox at all. The people who regularly play these condo games, and the people who make them, they're all problematic and predatory. So why does Roblox continue to defend these people over and over? And the answer is, one, these condo games and their players are a source of income. You know, they buy UGC Gooner items, they buy game passes, they generate revenue for Roblox. And number two is that people like David Baszucki and Matt Kaufman, who should be figuring this shit out, are either complicit in this activity and are supporting it by being negligent, or are simply so fucking stupid that they seriously do not see any problem with anything that's happening right now. The fact that it took Roblox only a few days to finally do something about these sex games on the platform shows that they could have done this the entire time. There was no big laboring efforts to be able to do this. They could have stopped this shit from happening, and yet they didn't. And the fact that David Baszucki continues to propose dating as something that should be on Roblox in its current state tells me that he either doesn't know how bad this problem is, even now, or that he is entirely complicit with this activity and just doesn't give a shit. And if David Baszucki truly doesn't know how bad the safety issues on Roblox right now really are, you want to know whose responsibility it is to tell him about these things? Matt Kaufman. It was recently uncovered that Matt Kaufman on his main account had multiple badges from condo and sex games from as far back as 2023. Now, do I think that Matt Kaufman is a condo player? No. And that's mainly because of something that Green Lego Cats pointed out, which is the fact that a lot of these games have additional easy-to-get badges that Matt Kaufman did not obtain. If Matt Kaufman was an avid player of condos and sex games, he would have had a lot of these achievement badges from these games. He wouldn't just have the welcome badges. This seems to indicate that Matt Kaufman was doing a quick investigation of these games that were reported to the Trust and Safety team. And despite the fact that I have video evidence, and multiple people have video evidence, that when you go into these games, it can take literal seconds before you find something that is grossly TOS violating. It seems like Matt Kaufman either didn't see these things by some fucked up miracle, or he did see these things and he just didn't give a shit. The fact that Matt Kaufman joined these games, presumably saw what everybody else sees when they join these games, and didn't take action against them is very concerning. It's even more concerning when you consider the fact that Matt Kaufman is the person who decided that it was a good idea to make this vigilante rule and send this cease and desist to Schlepp. As I pointed out earlier, it seems like Roblox, but more specifically Matt Kaufman, is taking more action and more serious action against people who are trying to clean up this sex epidemic on Roblox than the people who are perpetrating this sex epidemic. So when this massive problem that has been allowed to fester and boil and bubble for years now finally explodes and is in the public eye and Roblox has to do something about it, what do they decide to do? They decide to invest in more AI moderation tools. You know, AI, the same shit that hasn't been working since they decided to start doing mostly AI moderation. You know, the AI moderation that bans random shit off the catalog, that will ban random users for innocuous bullshit, that just doesn't fucking work. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that they want people to ID verify themselves in order to get into these sex games on the platform, because God forbid they ban these sex games, right? And God knows that this ID verification shit has worked in the past with voice chat. You know, voice chat, the feature that was only supposed to be for adults, but a bunch of kids use their mom's credit card or their mom's ID in order to verify themselves. And instead of banning these kids who intentionally went around the ID verification, instead of banning them from the platform for that, they instead decide to involve more AI moderation to stop people from swearing. If Roblox is not willing to do the bare minimum and ban children who are using a system that they added that was only meant for adults, how are we supposed to trust them that they're going to be able to moderate kids trying to get into condo games? It's just not fucking feasible. It's not going to work. And I think it's really, really, really important to keep in mind that Matt Kaufman, as the chief safety officer at Roblox, it is his responsibility to approve of or come up with these solutions to the problem that he created. And I'm just going to be dead ass with you. Do you really think it's a coincidence that Matt Kaufman's solution to this problem is by instituting more cases of their broken bullshit that doesn't work, that they don't moderate in other instances of the same kind of tools being used? To me, it screams like he is either so fucking stupid that he thinks that this is going to work, or he is entirely complicit with these pedophiles being on Roblox to the point that he is intentionally suggesting more usage of these broken systems that don't work as a solution to this problem. And all of that doesn't even begin to scrape the surface, right? Because if you read these newsroom posts and if you watch their stupid response podcast, it's blaringly obvious that Matt Kaufman and Roblox seem to have a double standard when it comes to off-platform behavior. Why is it that when Teddy runs his condo games and they link directly to Discord, and you have all of these predators in these games directing people to sites like Snapchat and Discord to groom them on those platforms, that's perfectly fucking fine, I guess, because those people didn't get cease and desists. Those people rarely get banned, and if they do get banned, they can just come back on an alt and do the same shit again, right? But when Schlepp operates a fully legal sting operation against these same predators, and he basically allows them to move the conversations to Discord or whatever, how come he's the one who gets a cease and desist? I mean, you could even see this double standard in action if you go into a place like Meep City and you click on somebody's profile, and you'll see that a lot of these fucking pedophiles or these condo people, they link their other social medias in their Meep City bio. Why are these people not getting banned? And ultimately, I think the complicitness with this entire situation, all this bad shit that keeps happening, it all has to do with bad PR, right? Because Schlepp making these videos is really bad PR for Roblox, right? And another thing is if Roblox were to terminate Alex Neutron and ban Meep City, that would be fucking massive, okay? That would be like a huge headline, and not for a good reason, I guess, in Roblox's eyes, because I think deleting Meep City sort of proves how bad the issue is in games that aren't even entirely meant to be sexually oriented like Teddy's games are. Not only that, but Alex Neutron is one of the biggest Roblox developers in history, and Meep City is a record-breaking game and is historic on Roblox. To take action against Alex Neutron and Meep City is basically to admit that Roblox, at its core, at its heart, has problems that need to be addressed. And for the longest time, the reason why Roblox wasn't taking any serious action, I believe, is because they didn't want this kind of news to go out. But unfortunately, it's turned around and bit them in the ass, because their inaction has ironically led to the biggest shitstorm to ever surround Roblox in its history. And while I don't think David Baszucki is entirely innocent, I do believe that Matt Kaufman is at the center of pretty much every single Roblox safety issue that has been happening in recent Roblox history, and he needs to be fired. Whether you believe Matt Kaufman is directly complicit with these predatory actions on the platform, or if you think that he's just a fucking idiot, the point still stands that he is bad at his job. His job is to head the trust and safety department and make sure that this bad shit doesn't happen. But unfortunately, he's letting it happen. I don't know where this Roblox situation is going to head in the long term or in the near future, but if I were to bet on anything, it would definitely be that Matt Kaufman is going to be investigated directly and he's going to be fired, because he is simply a liability and he is terrible at his job. The best outcome for this entire situation would be that Roblox finally takes user safety seriously, and perhaps Schlepp can be hired on as somebody who officially does sting operations or officially can stop these predators and do investigations, because Schlepp clearly cares about this issue a lot. And the fact that he is punished for doing something about it is really, really terrible. So that's about it. That's my current thoughts on the Roblox situation. Sorry if I repeated a bunch of shit that other people have already said, or if I didn't have anything really original to say. But, you know, I just wanted to add my voice to this huge crowd of people who are talking about this, because this is a serious issue, and I think it needs to be, you know, taken a little bit seriously, and talked about by as many people as possible. You know, we gotta, like, keep the momentum going and all that, right? That's what, like, Stop Killing Games did, I think, right? This is sort of like a new Stop Killing Games, except it's you know, Stop Grooming Kids. Speaking of Stop Killing Games, since that was a petition, in the description of this video, I'm sure everybody already knows about this, but California Congressman Ro Khanna has created an official Congress petition that you can go sign if you live in the US, and I really encourage you to sign it, because unlike a petition on change.org, this will actually do something. So, you know, if you want to do something, sign this petition. It's in the description. But with all that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I've got more content coming down the pipeline real soon, and I will see you next time.